Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day, whichever way time you're watching this. Welcome. This is Shane Martin from the Spiritual Side of Richmond in Richmond, Virginia. And here we are with another study of the book Courage by Various Spirits through the mediumship of Francisco Cândido Xavier. And this is the current version we are looking at, and the Spiritist group of Brighton will be releasing a new translation. The British Unions of Spirit Societies going to be releasing a new translation. The book will be available soon. And as soon as I know of it, I will let you know so you can go and purchase it and you can yourself read it. And today, dear friends, what a blessing every week. We study one of the chapters of the book. And today's chapter 3 from by the Spirit, not from, by this from and by, cultivating patience. By the Spirit, Albino Teixeira, and the chapter is titled Cultivating Patience. And who does not need patience in this world of planetary transition? Cultivating patience. And because this is not a book by one specific spirit. Let me type this in here so you can see. So everybody knows it's not just one specific spirit. But this specific message is from the Spirit of Albino Teixeira. The mediumship is still by Francisco Cândido Xavier. What a blessing to be here. God has granted you and I the opportunity to be together. So let's take this time to go through this beautiful chapter. Albino Teixeira says, cultivating patience. If you are harmed in your job, you will recognize that it happened in order to improve your level of elevation. If you lost a job due to the persecution of somebody who coveted that position, believe that you find another one much better. If a person crosses your path disrupting your business, then other profitable transactions will appear tomorrow in your benefit. If someone took over your house, causing you great suffering, in the near future, you have a much more comfortable home. If a friend harms your business, stealing opportunities of progress and economic improvement, be sure that other more advantageous doors will be open to your desires for peace and prosperity. If beloved people betrayed your confidence, other more respectable and stronger affections will come your way, guaranteeing your security and happiness. But never reject, nor pursue, nor hinder, nor pass over, nor undertake, nor harm anyone, because to suffer is very different from making others suffer. And for the one who creates the debt, it is always a painful burden. Albino Teixeira. For the one who creates the debt, it is always a painful burden. What a blessed message for today. In this world of planetary transition, the cycles of progress of the world, right? The Gospel according to Spiritism, beautiful explanation by the spirits, ordered and crafted and put together by Allan Kardec. They teach us the different levels of evolution of the worlds. And Earth is no different. We have about 3 trillion galaxies in the universe. Those are one of the most accurate, most recent calculations based on cosmology from the findings of the James Webb telescope. If you think the Milky Way alone has millions and millions and millions of planets. Make sure I give you the right number. Actually, millions and millions of stars. So there are 3 trillion galaxies in the universe. Our Milky Way is one of the trillion, so 3 zeros, 1,000, 6 zeros, 1,000,000, 9 zeros, billions, 12 zeros, trillions. So put the number 3 and 12 zeros after it. That's the estimated number of the galaxies that can be seen with the instruments that you and I have in science today. That doesn't mean that's all, because we only know a little small sliver of what's out there. The Milky Way alone is one of the trillions of galaxies. And in the Milky Way alone, there are estimated 100 billion stars. If each star had at least one planet, would be 100 billion planets. And we know our star alone has 8 planets around it, plus its satellites. So there's a way more opportunity for many, many Earth-like worlds of trials and expiations to exist, all undergoing this cycle of improvement. In the Gospel according to Spiritism, the spirits tell us there are many mansions of my Father's home, and then the different types of planets. So we are transitioning in this time of transition where we are evolving. The earth is evolving, moving to regeneration, the world of regeneration. Each and every individual is being asked to align themselves with the new vibratory attunement of the earth towards the good, because the laws of progress, we can stagnate, but at some point we'll progress. And then if we stay in alignment, we remain. If we're not, we're invited to take our evolutionary journey elsewhere, just as you see in the book On the Way to the Light by Emmanuel, where other spirits from other stars were invited here by the Christ. And today Christ is leading us in this tiny blue dot in the infinite universe, spinning around in the sun, be nourished by the rays of the sun. That's what gives organic life to the earth, and we are growing. And in these times, a lot of the ills of the world will come about. Because the ills of the world are just a reflection of the individuals who live on that world. And that's why we still have wars, we still have murders, we still have people homeless even though we have enough space, we still have people who are hungry even though we produce enough food. Those are ills that you and I, as human beings living in a society with specific norms, are allowing to happen. Of course, there are in circumstances of disasters, natural disasters, natural occurrences that are just a way, we know from the law of destruction in the spirit's books, there are ways for us to progress. Because if there was a hurricane or a tornado, we all flock in to help, and that service is helping improve each and every individual, including us. Even if you're from afar, when you see mass shootings in schools, when you see all the ills of the world, a war in Europe, hungry people here, homeless people there, it it may cause us to be distressed, but it should be moving our muscle for us to be more empathetic, compassionate, to need less, so more of the resources we have can go to those who have less than we have. We are very fortunate to be living where we are. And the less we can get by, only the necessities, then there's more left for others. And that's where patience comes about, because the transition, our personal evolution and the evolution of others, doesn't occur in leaps, it occurs gradually. The same way you're not born, boom, zygote, Baby out. No, it takes 10 months, 9 months. And then you are small, vulnerable, you have to be cared for, and then you grow and you have to relearn to walk, relearn to talk, so on and so forth. So patience is something that we have to do. And here, Albino Teixeira is telling us how to learn patience. Lost someone harmed you in your job. A lot of it happens. He says, recognize in order to improve your level of elevation. How many people spend time gossiping about others at work? Backstabbing, talking bad about people. That's ills of the world. The earth is not doing it. There are individuals on the earth who are choosing to do that. Now, if you lose a job, someone wanted your position, he says, believe that you find another one. If someone crosses your path and disrupts your business, then more profitable transactions will appear. Someone take over the house. In the near future, have a more comfortable home. If a friend harms your business, be sure that other advantageous doors will be opened. If beloved people betrayed your confidence, other more respectable and stronger affections will come your way. So sometimes things are taken away from us that we take for granted, that we want, that we desire, that we think it's our purpose in life. And then 10 years later, you realize that was a pivotal moment. That when that was taken from you, that's when you grew. That's when you built resilience. That's when you were able to charter different paths in your life to grow and elevate. The beauty of these teachings that we have is that they are very practical to our lives. Maybe we have lost our job, maybe someone betrayed us. And not just Albino Teixeira, because that happened to all during Christ's life on the earth. He was betrayed, he was misunderstood, his friends negated him, he had to carry his cross. He served others though, and he kept showing to us that this patience that he's saying here, cultivating patience, is possible. And that's the invitation that we have for this week, is to see each and every occurrence, small or large, in our lives can be an opportunity for us to grow, to trust, to have faith, to work. I'm not preaching the prosperity gospel. I'm not saying that if you pray, things will be given to you. But if you pray, and if you pray for patience, then your mentors can come. You feel them closer to you. That's in the Gospel according to Spiritism, by the way, chapter 27, 28, and in the Law of Worship in the Spirit's book. God ain't gonna materialize and remove all the obstacles for you. Because first of all, God's not a person, so it can't be materialized in front of you. But God will send in His divine, infinite wisdom, in His divine providence that provides resources for all of us, the resources for you and I to work upon. You ask for patience, for indulgence, for understanding, for courage. For courage. Remember, you need to be courageous because it's very easy for people to be snapping, to be unkind, to go into raging, to fight with others. But it's much more courageous to see each and every rock as an opportunity for you to build a better foundation of our spiritual values so that in the next life we're better, in the afterlife we're better, and so on and so forth. So let's all be courageous. Practice cultivating patience between this week and the next. God willing, dear friends, I'll be back with you next week with another chapter of the book Courage. In the meantime, write to us if you'd like to talk to us. Leave a comment or a message that we can get back to you. Until then, make sure you subscribe, you like, you follow, because it's important that others also learn to cultivate patience. Maybe they need today the little inspirations from this book to have a better day, to have a more joyful day. So let's spread kindness and hope through spreading the words of Spiritism. And between now and then, stay well, stay safe. God willing, I'll be back with you next week. Bye bye.